It's time for You Auto Know with Steve Hurley from Stingray Chevrolet.
And today we're going to talk about paying for your new car. How much should you put down, etc.
Steve has tips to ensure you don't get in over your head, because nobody wants that. Good to have you back, Steve.
Thank you. Good to be back.
So let's talk about when you've finally decided you're getting the car and you're now in the office with the finance guy. What should you be asking, and what is gap insurance?
Gap insurance is very important. It's a good question. That keeps you from being in a negative position if the vehicle is damaged, totaled, stolen, that kind of thing, and you end up owing more on the vehicle than what the vehicle is worth. The gap insurance makes up that gap or that difference and puts you in a position to where you can just walk away from the vehicle.
Is that affordable?
It is.
Okay.
It's a good way to go. And on a lease, typically because you're just paying for the usage of that vehicle while you have it, you're going to be in that position if the vehicle were stolen or totaled, and you want to have gap insurance every time.
Okay.
Well, you know, when I've gone in and bought a new car, I've had this happen many times where a salesperson will say, oh, you know what? Okay, so that's what you want to pay for the car. Let me go in the back office and talk to our finance guy. Now, should you put up with that, or should you just deal with a straightforward, this is what we're going to allow you to pay for this vehicle, or this is what I want to pay for the vehicle? How far can you go with that?
You want to go with your instinct. If you're comfortable with the way the negotiation is going, go with your instinct. And if you're comfortable with them doing it that way or going back and forth, but if you have questions, you should be able to talk to the person that's giving you the answers. And oftentimes, someone wants to purchase a vehicle and they have a payment range in mind, yet that particular vehicle may be too expensive, and the salesperson may not know that based on the payment budget, so forth. So they'll have the finance individual come out and talk to you, but you should be able to talk to that individual.
Obviously, people want their monthly to be as low as possible,
Yes.
so they're encouraged to put as much down as they possibly can.
Yes.
Do people sometimes put more down than they should, especially when they plan on trading that car in later?
That's the key, is how long you're going to keep the vehicle. If you're going to pay that vehicle off, you may want to put as much as you can down and you're comfortable with, get the lower payment, and go as short a term as possible to get it paid for. However, most people trade every 2 to 4 years, and so oftentimes it makes sense not to put as much down.
What if your credit isn't stellar? What should you be talking to the finance manager about when it gets to that point?
Boy, I like that question, because rates are so good right now. Oftentimes people that have bumps in their credit because of recent challenges with the economy and so forth in their job don't feel like you should ever pay a double-digit rate. You really shouldn't. People oftentimes with a credit score in the 500 range or maybe low 600s have been treated and talked to like they should be paying 18-19%, and they certainly shouldn't. You can still get a good rate in the 7 to 9% range with very, very bumpy, rough credit.
What's Credit Life? What is that? Credit
Life insurance is sold in the finance office. That insures your life to cover the value of the car. If you were to pass away, you still owe $20,000 on that vehicle, then the Credit Life policy will pay off that vehicle. But if the individual has life insurance on their own, then their life insurance could go to pay off that vehicle anyhow. It used to be more common. We don't offer Credit Life anymore. It is expensive. It's effective and it works well when the unfortunate circumstance when you need it, but it is more expensive.
Okay. So you should really be wary of people that are trying to sell you these add-ons and really
research those add-ons before you get to the finance office.
Definitely.
All right, Steve. Thank you so much. And for more information on Stingray Chevrolet, just head to stingraychevrolet.com.
We'll be right back with more Daytimes. Don't go away.